Good morning and welcome to this week's issue of PrintTV, the weekly news bulletin by Australian Printer, brought to you by the Australian Printer website, which is australianprinter.com.au. The weekly website, in fact it's daily news website that sends out daily newsletters. So go to the site and sign up for yours. This week's issue of PrintTV is sponsored by Fuji Xerox for Stamp 2100, the digital colour press. The news this week is led by two startups, or well, relatively startup companies, both allied to print and both doing extremely well. Redbubble, which we reported on last time around, has just floated on the Australian stock market. Valuation of $287 million, not bad for a company that was just an idea 10 years ago from three friends in Melbourne. Their idea was to get designers to upload their designs and then get the consumers, the public, to go on there and choose those designs to go on t-shirts, pillowcases, caps, what have you. And then of course every time a design was chosen, the designer would get a cut, and Redbubble would organise the printing and then get it mailed out. Redbubble's got 1.5 million customers around the world and is on its way to becoming the biggest printer distributor of its type. This issue has raised $30 million. They didn't sell much of the company, but it gives them the money to expand into new countries, particularly in Europe. So congratulations to you guys, well done. And then the second company, Canva, is a Sydney-based startup, only 4 years old this one. It's just raised $27 million, it's got 10 million customers, and Canva, which is, the news is that it's just broken through the 10 million customer basis. Canva is a graphic design app, and you get the app, which is free, but you have to pay for certain bits of it if you want to use it, and they've just hit the 10 million user marker, and they've just raised $27 million for further expansion, and this is three friends from Sydney who started it 4 years ago. So print, there's plenty of money in print, it seems, if you go looking in the right areas, and these guys have allied print with new technology, apps on the internet, in both cases, and are doing very well. So congratulations to both. I think both of them, you kind of think, why didn't I have that idea? But there's plenty more ideas out there, plenty of room to grow. Also, big news this week from the more established print world, as the Neil Whitaker, the Senior Managing Director of Fuji Xerox, left the company abruptly, following an audit by senior Fuji Xerox people from Singapore. No reasons actually been given for his leaving. Dean Murray is the top salesman in Sydney, General Manager of Production Print. He also went. And so in the rough and tumble of the sales environment, it's not a pretty world, and anyone can go at any time if, well, for whatever reason. So Fuji Xerox has yet to appoint a successor, so in the meantime Mr. Honda from Singapore is running the company down here. And they say business as usual. Also this week in the news is congratulations to lots of print. Peter Martin in the top end there with his print businesses in Cairns and Port Douglas. Peter Martin's business has been the first one in the country to receive 100% in the ISO scale that was carried out by Mellow Colour, David Crowder. So it's quite a lot of doing. 70% gets you through. Peter got 100%, and it requires ongoing audits. It's not a simple thing, it's not a one-off, but it means that his quality level is up there and it stays up there, and is obviously part of the reason for success. So congratulations to you, Peter. That's it for this week's issue of PrintTV News. PrintTV will be off to Drupa next week, the greatest show on earth. If you see us in the aisle, stop us, say hello, and tell us how you're going over there, and we'll be reporting, of course, on all the news as it arrives, straight to your desktop through australianprinter.com.au. This is Wayne Robinson, editor of Australian Printer, signing off for another week.